Something massive just happened in China, and the global EV industry may never recover. There were no teasers or hype campaigns, just a quiet unveiling of a machine that doesn't look like a car. It looks like the future. Priced under $16,000, it is faster than a Tesla Model 3 and powered by a battery that doesn't need lithium. That's right, no cobalt, no nickel, and it still delivers over 500 kilometers of range. But that's just the surface. Inside, it features full autonomy, millimeter-level LiDAR, and a cockpit that rivals luxury jets. Here's the kicker. It's already in production. No waiting until 2030. No concept fluff. This thing is real, affordable, and scaling fast. While Western automakers are trimming EV budgets and seeking subsidies, China just rewrote the rulebook. This isn't a car, it's a warning shot, one that will ripple through Detroit, Tokyo, Munich, and beyond. Yet barely anyone is talking about it. But you are, because you're here. What you're about to see could change how you view cars, power, and global dominance forever. So subscribe now. This isn't just another EV story. This is the story they don't want you to hear. It started with one sentence, a cryptic line buried deep in a government release from China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology. The next national vehicle class will no longer follow Western segmentation. That was it. No further details, no clarification, but the impact was immediate. In Beijing, analysts scrambled. At Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory, engineers were suddenly called into late-night testing shifts. Something was coming, and it wasn't just another car. Less than 24 hours later, the curtain dropped. BYD, China's electric juggernaut, unveiled the Ocean M, a compact hatchback, rear-wheel drive with a design that looked both aerodynamically sculpted and aggressively styled. It offers 550 km of range, an LFP battery, and sub-6-second acceleration to 100 km/h, all wrapped in a chassis that resembles a rally-bred performance machine rather than a budget city car. But the real shock was the price, approximately $15,000. Panic echoed across the Atlantic. Tesla's internal roadmap for its compact Model 2 suddenly looked overpriced and behind schedule. Leaked footage from inside Giga Texas showed frenzied prototyping, as if the design team had seen a ghost. And they had, because this wasn't just a new BYD car. It was the start of an entirely new automotive category. The ministry wasn't bluffing. China was done playing by the old rules. Ford executives canceled press interviews. Rivian locked down its PR team. Even Volkswagen's Chinese unit posted a vague midnight tweet about upcoming adjustments. Meanwhile, Ocean M prototypes roared down the streets of Shenzhen, recorded on hundreds of smartphones, outrunning BMW i4s and cornering tighter than the ID3. This car was built to disrupt the old EV class, and it was doing exactly that. TikTok became the battlefield. One viral clip showed the Ocean M lining up at a traffic light next to a Mercedes EQB. 3 seconds later, the EQB was left behind. The Ocean M's electric torque screamed as the camera shook to keep up. Comment sections weren't asking if this was a Tesla killer. They were asking how soon it would be exported. But behind this flashy debut, something deeper was unfolding. The Ocean M was the spearhead of a much bigger plan. Leaked emails from engineers, published by an anonymous whistleblower, described the vehicle as just Node 1 of China's new energy vehicle, NEV push. This wasn't just about batteries anymore. It was about rewriting how vehicles are conceived, built, and updated. Huawei had quietly embedded a new vehicular operating system inside the Ocean M, designed not just for performance, but for seamless integration with home devices, smart cities, and surveillance infrastructure. When the driver steps into the car, their smartwatch, phone, home thermostat, and even their public transit card adjust in sync. Strategically, 9 more models across 5 different Chinese brands are being developed on the same EV platform that powers the Ocean M. The leaked blueprint was stamped with the codename G Platform X, allegedly co-developed by NIO, XPeng, and KTL since 2023. One architecture, multiple brands, shared supply chains, meaning record-low production costs, synchronized software updates, and unified diagnostics. If a BYD car detects a battery anomaly, the entire fleet across other brands gets an over-the-air alert. This isn't just collaboration, it's consolidation, and it blindsided Western automakers. One major U.S. automotive executive reportedly complained, "This isn't fair. They're coordinating like a military operation, and we're still chasing quarterly reports." In China's Guangdong province, a test fleet of Ocean M vehicles was spotted driving in formation, flanked by support vans from KTL and Huawei. Some cars had modified LiDAR systems. Others were tagged as Variant A9. This wasn't a marketing stunt. It looked like a deployment. What makes it even more unnerving is that the Ocean M isn't the final form. Internal BYD documents refer to it as a Stage 1 entry disruptor. Stage 2 reportedly includes solar-supplemented fast-charge variants. Stage 3 involves autonomous fleet operation with built-in national fleet ID numbers. This isn't just innovation, it's a strategic invasion. But the Ocean M wasn't just impressive on paper. Real-world tests began surfacing from independent reviewers. A tech reviewer from Germany put it through a full winter simulation. The car's cabin held heat better than a Model Y. Another reviewer drove it through flooded streets in Fujian province, where its waterproofing exceeded industry standards. Every detail, from the rear underbody diffuser to the software-controlled dampers, was designed to punch above its price class. In the West, the impact was immediate. GM's design team reportedly scrapped their compact EV redesign just 2 weeks after the Ocean M reveal. Internal commentary from Ford suggested their battery procurement strategy was now non-competitive without Chinese partnerships. Even Tesla quietly acquired a small Canadian battery AI startup working on thermal prediction algorithms, the same tech the Ocean M uses in real time to preserve LFP efficiency. In less than a month, one hatchback had forced a trillion-dollar industry to blink. And this was only the beginning. While the impact was shaking boardrooms, most of the West still hadn't caught on. Analysts in Detroit and Silicon Valley dismissed BYD as a niche player with no chance against Tesla's global dominance. But behind closed doors, nerves were fraying. A leaked memo from Germany's auto union warned of total disruption by 2026. The language was chilling, not hopeful or speculative, but directive. Tesla's headquarters convened emergency meetings dubbed Project Redwood, a mission to develop a compact, affordable electric vehicle that could challenge BYD's price and tech head-on. European regulators scrambled to draft anti-dumping tariffs against Chinese EVs. But the move had limited effect. BYD wasn't just exporting to Europe. They were setting up shop in Southeast Asia and opening new export channels to markets hungry for affordable electrification. The Ocean M's revolutionary bidirectional charging capability, V2G, arrived standard, not as an expensive premium feature. The car can power an average household for 3 days during a blackout, transforming it into a lifeline. Emergency responders in Shenzhen started deploying Ocean M vehicles as mobile power stations. The city's infrastructure adapted swiftly, installing Ocean M-compatible smart poles that double as charging hubs and power relays. Meanwhile, in New York and London, cities still struggled with sporadic charging stations and patchy grid integration. Legacy manufacturers treated bidirectional tech as an afterthought. BYD was building an ecosystem where the car and the city grid functioned seamlessly together, a network of power, information, and mobility. This was more than innovation. It was a quiet revolution. At the core of BYD's rise lies total in-house supremacy. The Ocean M's battery cells, electric motors, software algorithms, and microchip production all come from BYD's own factories. There is no reliance on shaky global supply chains. This vertical integration provides a ruthless advantage: speed. Where Western automakers update software every 2 to 3 years, BYD pushes major updates every 6 months. Game-changing improvements in efficiency, safety, and battery management. Their new silicon carbide inverter technology alone boosted the Ocean M's range by 15% without increasing battery size. Industry insiders whisper that Tesla may soon have to partner with Chinese companies to keep up. The tables are turning. What was once a race is now a chess match, with BYD playing several moves ahead. This isn't just about factories, it's about rewriting the map of electric mobility. Markets once ignored, India, Brazil, Morocco, are now front lines in a global shift. In India, BYD secured approval for two massive Ocean M assembly plants, each producing 200,000 units annually. In Brazil, BYD took over a defunct Ford plant and retrofitted it in just 8 months. In Morocco, they received a free trade corridor, enabling tariff-free access to African markets. The real innovation isn't just the car, it's the context. The Ocean M is designed for regions where the power grid is unreliable. It launches with modular battery swap stations that don't require electricity. Within 24 months, the Ocean M could blanket 3 continents where Tesla has no presence. Not because BYD is faster, but because it's looking where no one else has. And just when you think it's about scale, it turns into science fiction. Inside the Ocean M is a neural co-pilot, a learning system trained on millions of miles of real driving data. It offers an interactive driving course on the dash, with real-time suggestions to reduce energy loss, extend range, and improve safety. The suspension softens for elderly drivers. Regenerative braking adapts to habits. Steering resistance changes based on driving rhythm. This isn't a Silicon Valley showpiece. It's patented in China as the Neural Adaptive Steering Suite, and it's already headed to production. In the US, executives are in denial, but Wall Street isn't. Analysts panicked when BYD announced the $15,000 price tag, a number that shattered consumer expectations. Every brand with a compact EV above $25,000 suddenly looked obsolete. Ford slashed its EV ad spend. GM delayed its Ultium timeline again. Hyundai pulled back on North American deliveries. The storm hasn't even landed and companies are already scrambling. The Ocean M doesn't need the US market to win. It's making America irrelevant to its success. This isn't a war of features anymore. It's a war of time. And time for the Western auto industry is running out. But for BYD, this was never just about winning the race. It was about rewriting the rules. Their most audacious strike yet isn't a faster battery or a cheaper motor. It's a complete takeover of the driver's seat. The new DPI 1000 system is ready to roll out with Level 4 autonomy within months, transforming the Ocean M from a car into an intelligent machine that drives itself. No humans needed. Equipped with cutting-edge LiDAR and dual vision cameras, the Ocean M maps the world in real time with surgical precision. Unlike Tesla's autopilot, which still struggles with highway exits and city chaos, BYD promises full hands-off driving in traffic jams, urban streets, and complex weather conditions. And there's no pricey subscription model. This Level 4 autonomy comes standard, baked into the $15,000 price tag. Behind this breakthrough is China's state-backed 5G V2X network, a vehicle-to-everything system optimized exclusively for new energy vehicles. Roads, traffic lights, and pedestrians are connected in a vast mesh of data sharing and instant reaction. BYD's Ocean M is built to thrive in this ecosystem, a stark contrast to the fragmented 4G networks Tesla and Western automakers rely on. This isn't just tech, it's a geopolitical edge. The implications are staggering. This isn't a competition anymore, it's a landslide. The West isn't just losing ground, it's already behind. The Ocean M is no longer merely a car, it's the blueprint for the next decade of global mobility. Countries worldwide now face a hard choice: resist this shift and risk technological and economic irrelevance, or adopt the new standards and risk handing sovereignty over their transportation networks to foreign powers. Consumers face a dilemma: pay a premium for legacy brands clinging to fading glories, or join a revolution that delivers technology, affordability, and power like never before. This isn't about horsepower or 60 times anymore. It's about who controls the future of movement, data, and infrastructure. China didn't just enter the race. It rewrote the rules, redesigned the track, and launched years ahead. The question isn't if the EV world will be reshaped, but how fast and how deeply that change will echo across every street, city, and country. If you thought the EV game was settled, think again. The Ocean M is only the beginning. Like, share, and subscribe, because the next vehicle may not just drive, it may decide. and we'll be here to break it all down. So while Western automakers run out of time, BYD is racing ahead, unapologetic, unstoppable, and now autonomous. The Ocean M isn't just a car, it's a declaration. A new industrial age is unfolding, and the West is no longer leading it. If this caught you off guard, like the video. If it opened your eyes, share it. For more on tech and power shifts, subscribe and let us know in the comments. Is this the moment Tesla loses its crown, or the spark that reignites its next revolution?